Hey guys, hi out there. Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is James Caldwell, and this is part of my series. I'm just saying, I am going to talk about Married to Medicine Season 2, Episode 7. And um, there's a lot. I have a lot to say about this particular episode. Just some things that I saw, and there were a lot of things that really could have been avoided. Um, I have been saying from the beginning of the season, we're 7 episodes in. I've been saying, that I knew there was something that had to do with Rico and this kind of thing and all that. And I thought that he was really the mastermind at the bottom of everybody fussing. But let's just go ahead. I'm just going to start at the beginning. We'll get to it, and I'll catch up on all that. But we start right off. Quad, who you all know that I love after all these weeks. Quad was actually being fitted. She was doing a fashion show for breast cancer awareness to raise money. There's a guy named Raphael Cox, who's a designer who was actually putting on this fashion show, and the proceeds were actually being donated to the Susan G. Coleman organization for breast cancer awareness. So I thought that was like really, really cool. Um, so he ended up literally doing a whole. He did a fashion show, and it was all pink, because of course pink is the color for breast cancer awareness. Everybody knew that except for dumbass Tacky Toya. We're not gonna get that. Jackie let her ass have it later on. She's sitting there. She has this outfit on. She looked absolutely ridiculous. I'm just gonna get that right out of the way now. I don't know what kind of mess. She just looked ridiculous. It looked like she took some of the garb from Mariah's husband culture and tried to mix it with some other. She just looked a fucking mess. It was just ridiculous. But this dumb bitch didn't even know that pink was the color that she should be wearing pink. She's just ridiculous. That damn toy is just an idiot with stupid looking goddamn eyeliner. But anyway, so they were doing, they did the fitting. Quad got her dresses. He made her a dress for the red carpet or pink carpet. They had a pink carpet for the pink carpet as well. I love the dress that he did for the pink carpet. It's a black gown, um, very fitted with slits up, two slits up the front. Real sharp, very quad. It really worked for her. Um, her breast cancer, her pink dress, all the pink dresses kind of look alike. It was, we're not even gonna go into it. The cause was fabulous. The way he was going to do the proceeds was fabulous. We're not going to read the fashion. It just was what it was. Um, but he seems like a less messy queen. He was cool. Like he just kind of was cool and he was fine. Um, and not as messy, but he seemed to kind of know some of the mess that was going on. He just kind of laughed as Quad was telling him the story, and he didn't really go into it. So I was like cool with him. I was like, all right, he's all right. He didn't engage himself too much in the mess, so I was cool with that. Um, Mariah, they showed Mariah having a sit down with her mother, Miss Lucy, with her drunk ass, her and her sister. And they were just reveling in all of the bullshit that has been going on that involves Mariah. They're like her yes men. Just ridiculous. And Miss Lucy's just too many things. This season she's got new hair and a new wardrobe, and she's just cleaned up and drunk and just a fucking troublemaker like she was last season. Very petty. You're Mariah's mother and you're just like egging on the bullshit. I don't have any use for her. She's just ridiculous to me. She's posing as this rich person, but she's no better than Frankie and Frankie from Keisha Cole's show or Mama D. She's no different than them. She's just as ghetto as them two were. Um, Dr. Heavenly introduced us to a new cast person as well. Dr. Heavenly has actually gotten herself a stylist who's as ridiculous as she is. His name is Brian Lamar. He happens to be Mariah's cousin. So that just added more fuel to the pot here. Mariah has done him wrong as well, you find out, as she's running around town telling everybody that she made him relevant. So now we got Brian Lamar, who Mariah's screaming she made relevant. Quad, she did it to Toya all last season, and also Rico. So now we got four people that you're saying all these same things about, supposedly. You're looking real messy, Mariah. Very, very messy. You know, everything you've done, and I really can't stand people like this. Whatever you did, it was all done in the name of friendship. But now all of a sudden, these people are withholding to you for the rest of their lives, I guess. Girl, you need to go sit your ass down somewhere looking like a goddamn Muppet. Have you seen her, like, when they do her confessionals, her makeup is so bright and the lighting and that she looks like a goddamn Muppet. But she's just ridiculous, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing at all. I really, really am not. Um, so they go on now, and I have to say, I'm gonna have to get at you, Quad, and you know I love y'all. Y'all know I love Quad, but I have to get at her because I think that Quad could. Let me go back to it. I'll go back to it. I just thought that Quad could have handled things a little different because it's like now she's kind of getting caught up into the mess because now, and I know it's because her feelings were hurt, but now there's more people on board who have the same feelings. And she's kind of banding in with them instead of squashing or moving on. She's kind of banding in with the bullshit, which is in turn making you look as messy as Mariah. So you're falling out of the victim role and you're becoming messy. And y'all are just like now at this point, y'all are just going at each other. So, I don't know how I really feel about that. But anyway, we'll go back to that. Let me talk about Dr. Heavenly and Brian Lamar. Brian Lamar brought Dr. Heavenly. Now remember, they're in Atlanta. He done brought Dr. Heavenly this badass white fur coat. Now I'm not going to read the coat because the two things I love in this world is diamonds and fur. I love them. I've always loved them since I was a little boy. He done brought this bitch this coat. Baby, you're a stylist. Nobody needed to tell you that it was too motherfucking hot for that coat. He was sweating like a whore in church, trying to get the coat out the bag to have Heavenly try it on. So you know good and well it was too motherfucking hot for her to be wearing it. And they were in an air-conditioned goddamn doctor's office. You know how cold a dentist's office is. Now, if you in there sweating to death trying to put her in the coat just to try it on, you know good well she don't need her big ass in that coat. So I just looked at the child and I said, Atlanta thing, that's just ridiculous. But he told all the story about Mariah and all that. Heavenly's trying to get to Barbara. I'm laughing because Heavenly, that's about the most sincere I think I've seen Heavenly. She literally was saying, I'm hearing all these things, but I want to give Mariah the benefit of the doubt because I actually really like Mariah. Because for some reason, I think Mariah brought Heavenly into the circle as well. Well, baby, I felt kind of bad because, I tears Heavenly up because y'all know I don't care for her very much. But in Mariah's confessional, Mariah literally read Heavenly. And I felt kind of bad. I said, damn. So, and I know whenever Heavenly sees it back, she'll get to see, that she had been bamboozled by Mariah's stinking ass as well. She called her Eskimo and said something about her coat, called her a polar, called her a polar bear coat or something. Just a shady. So, she basically did to Heavenly kind of that little shady thing that Heavenly does to everybody else. So you probably really deserved it, but I still didn't like it. Even though I don't care for Dr. Heavenly, I didn't care for that. It's kind of hard when you look at people actually, they think one thing and there's something completely else going on. It just ain't right. So that was that. Everybody's getting ready for this fashion show. Then we see Dr. Simone over at her house. Them damn kids were at it again, being smart. Reading because she'd been at work for 12 hours. And they literally were reading her about going to lie down. I said, her kids, this is too damn much. They really are. Them kids is something else. Okay. Then we also, in the beginning of the show, we talked about Dr. Aydin, who I really like Dr. Aydin, which is Mariah's husband. Dr. Aydin, she talked him into getting hair implants because his hair was thinning. Now, I didn't actually realize how bad Aydin's hair had thinned out because he was using like some black spray and that. His hair really had thinned out badly. But he didn't need implants. He needed a fucking haircut. It just, I mean, it literally, when you look, you could see like his scalp, and they were like pieces of hair. He was giving me very much Crypt Keeper about the head, honey. It was a mess when they showed him actually going into the doctor's office without the stuff, and they were doing the procedure. The procedure looked horrible and painful, and they put him in a twilight as opposed to literally like knocking him out. He should have went on and got knocked out. The next time you end up seeing poor Dr. Aydin, his whole face has swollen. And the kid, he looked like Kilimanjaro. And the kids, you could tell those kids were like, their kids were looking at him like, I don't know if this motherfucker gonna make it. You know, he looked really horrible. I felt really bad for him. And it was really all about Mariah, because I don't think that that's, his thing. But he didn't need hair implants, boo-boo. He needed a haircut and keep it moving. So that was that whole thing. But anyway, so now let's go on to the fashion show, which was the big thing. So we go to this here fashion show. It was a nice turnout, nice event, nice venue. Everything was really good. Everybody was there and present. Mariah's not there. Good job. She wasn't there. She hadn't shown up. Rico bothered me because he come in, he's telling a story of this, that, thing, and the other, and all this here, and just going into all this negativity. And I'm laughing because I'm looking, in my last review last week, I was taking it easy on Miss Lisa Nicole, because she went through some little things and I got to see a different side of her. Well, Miss Lisa Nicole was back being very messy. I was wondering what the fuck she was doing, but I seen her. She was literally hanging on every word that Rico was saying. I said, why is this bitch hanging on these words like this? She just hanging on the words, hanging on the words, hanging on the words. I said, okay. And I just looked at her and I said, I'm sure I'll figure out what that's all about, later. Her and Jackie had a little conversation, and I thought that was really shady. Lisa Nicole never even called Jackie and let Jackie know that she had a good bill of health. But you done cried all on Jackie, pulled Jackie all in about the fact that you thought you had breast cancer, but then when you found out you were fine, you didn't even think enough of her to fucking call her back. Okay, so I'm back to not really caring for you, Lisa Nicole. So that was that thing. And by the way, Dr. Jackie broke it up for a change. Dr. Jackie had a beautiful pink jumpsuit on with the back out. She looked really, really nice. So I was like, you go on, Jackie. Jackie looked good, Miss Jackie. Go on with yourself. So, Rico was already feeling some kind of way. So he kind of brought that energy with him. Then he had some other faggot with him that was just egging it on, who was really getting on my nerves. I wanted to punch her in the back of her neck because it was just too much. He was really feeling some kind of way. And if you were feeling like that, he probably shouldn't have been there. My thing is, Rico is a designer. This was an event for another designer. You wouldn't have wanted them to bring that energy to your show. Be fair. Be fair. You wouldn't have wanted anybody to do that. So, it was cool. Everything pretty much was cool. Mariah ended up showing up. She did. She showed up. Literally, this bitch, her mother, her sister, and the bitch has security. Stop your fucking playing. She literally, it was the setup for the get up. She set it up to victimize, make herself look victimized. She has this security with her. The show is completely over. Like, literally completely over. Fashion show come and gone. Red carpet come and gone. It's completely done. Here you come. Why'd you even show up? Who shows up at a fashion show when the fashion show's totally over? I'm looking. She comes over. She's talking. As soon as Rico seen her, he starts getting really amped up. Dr. Simone caught it. And she literally was like, what's going on, And the other little sissy that was with him, Rico, she's all like, let's just go ahead and do this and let's just get it over with and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah. And I'm getting very antsy myself as to what the hell is this all about here. And I'm saying to myself, please don't let this sissy do what I think he's going to do. And sure enough, he did. But before he ever got the chance, which was approach Mariah. From that point, you lost me, Rico. I wasn't crazy about you anyway. You lost me. But Lisa Nicole's raggedy ass, and she had a really pretty dress on for a change. Her dress was cute. This raggedy bitch literally went up, damn near didn't say hello to Mariah, and started running. Oh yes, Rico has said that this, that, thing, and the other. Really, Lisa Nicole? So actually, you egged on the shit this time. You, the bitch who was just fighting breast cancer last episode, crying and carrying on a boohoo, and now you feeling better, bitch. Now you starting shit. See, I told you something went right with you, and you done made me fall back out of love with you with your bullshit. But anyway, so let's go on to the core of this shit here. We already at 15. I'm gonna get this on that. Rico basically played right into Mariah's hands, but what he did, I didn't like. He literally approached Mariah, and he was very fake with it. First, you go up, you speak to Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy was very shady with you, all that. Then you gonna try to kiss her around the cheek, all that. No, you're mad at her. If I'm mad at a motherfucker, I ain't kissing no cheeks. I'm not sitting around pretending to kiss no cheeks. I don't have none of that bullshit to do. But again, I'm not a person. I try to avoid confrontation. I'm not trying to go approach nobody about, well, what did you say so and so and so about me? Blah, 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 blah. That all is stupid to me. All of that's stupid because I'm not trying to lead anybody into lying to me, because that's all that generally happens when you go approaching people about what they said. Generally, they'll lie. I didn't say that, or I didn't mean it that way. I don't even want to have that conversation with you because my temper is very bad. And if I feel like you're playing on my intelligence, that's not going to do anything but heighten it and make me very, very angry. And then if you're the bitch that I am, and you turn around and tell me, yeah, I said it, what are you going to do about it? Then that's a whole nother thing. So all of that stuff can be avoided. Okay, so I got that out. Now, on to a more pressing issue with that. Rico, you are a man, okay? I don't give a fuck what you do in the bedroom. I don't care who you do it with. You're a man, and at no time will you ever look relevant approaching a woman that way. Now, I'm not going to try to build no wall for you all and tell you that I'm somebody that I'm not. Trust and believe that I am the goddamn chairperson of the Smack-a-Hoe tribe. I wouldn't give a fuck who it is, male or female. If you disrespect me, there is a good chance I'm going to introduce you to the motherfucking 5-finger discount and smack the shit out of you. It just is what it is, man or woman. But I'm not going up approaching no woman. Nobody. I'm not doing that. I just don't do that. But I definitely wouldn't do it with a woman. Rico, baby, let me explain something to you. I've been a sissy for a very, very long time. I've been a designer, just as you are, for a very, very long time, since I was in high school. I understand a lot of your plight with what you're saying about Mariah. I understand this whole thing of, no, Mariah didn't make you relevant, baby. You are literally, you are Googleable. And I don't got to, I just made a word. He's Googleable. But he's on, the child's been on, 3 or 4 different reality shows. Mariah didn't make him relevant. He made himself relevant. So I understand that. I understand how she played this little game with Quad and I don't want to do the photo shoot, but you owe me, like he's withholding her forever and all that bullshit. I understand where the feelings are. But let me explain something to you, baby. It doesn't matter. As long as you're on this planet, you will never win a verbal altercation or any other type of altercation when it comes to a female. This is just the rules, baby. It is what it is. And women, do not all women, so please don't take it that way. But there's a whole situation about being friends with a female when you are a gay male. That if they turn on you, if a man turn on you, beat his ass and keep it moving. And everybody's like, okay, they want to hear the story and they'll pick who's right and who's wrong. When it comes to your gay ass and a female, it doesn't matter what the story is. It doesn't matter how wrong that bitch is. As soon as you and her get amped and the voices go up, you're automatically wrong, baby. It's not right, but it's just the way it is. And I understand what you were saying. And at no point did I ever feel as though Rico was going to attack Mariah. That was just a bunch of bullshit. But he played right into her hands. She knows, because most of them know how to play the game. I've done this. I've been in this situation where you done hung out with a bitch and she's your supposed muse and all this. And then they start being shady to you at the last minute. And it always comes up when it's something you don't want to do that they want you to do. And then it doesn't matter what happens. Now y'all falling out and you're trying to, your feelings are hurt, so you're trying to express your side of the story and why you are so angry, but nobody wants to hear it because all they see is this loud talking and this faggot and this woman. And you're always going to be at the bottom of it. You're always going to be wrong. It doesn't matter. Let me explain to you, Rico, how you win that argument. Okay? And it's taken me a lot of years, but I know how to win it. This is how you win the argument. I have a person that I used to deal with all the time. Everything I made new, she had one of them. Because she's always going out. We were always hanging out. So she's like my walking mannequin. Whatever blouse, if it was a blouse that I was doing, she had the first one and she's out partying and we're having a good time. You're like, and she wasn't my muse so much. She just really, we hung out a lot together. And that was that. So when I decided to design a lot of purses, of course she had purses. When I did earrings, she had the earrings. I was her hairdresser as well. It was all that. Then some things she could fit my shoes, because I do drag too. So you could fit my shoes. So you were able to borrow my drag. You were able to do all this. And I was constantly making clothes for you. All that. But then as soon as I don't want to do exactly what it is that you want to do, or if I start feeling used at a point, and then I don't want to do that no more, now I'm not your good Judy anymore. Now I'm the worst little faggot in the world. Now that's not right. And you all know that's not right. That's not how you do people. But ain't no need to go to the shouting match because, again, female, male. All they see is two people yelling. My mouth is louder, naturally. I look like more of a threat. Naturally, with this person, they really got real amped with me and all in my face with their hand and all this. And I've been trying to excuse it and saying, please, I don't want to choke the shit out of you. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But at the end of that argument, I still was the one wrong. Hadn't done anything, hadn't spoken. I hadn't even cussed at the child or anything. I had fallen out with the child. I was the one wrong at the end of the argument. And people just, people forgot what was said. People, I didn't hear her say that. Yeah, that whole thing. So I understand what you're saying, Rico. I understand. But let me tell you how you win. Leave the motherfucker alone. Let it go. Let it go. Agree to disagree. I say everybody is worthy of hello and goodbye. That's it. That's all I have for that person. Hello. Bye. How you doing? Bye. Let them go. You won. You've already won. You don't have to worry about it. Because, see, naturally, now nobody's talked about all the free alterations you did, all the free shit that you get. Because these people, you got Mariah and them, they may have actually bought 2 dresses off of you. But how many dresses did you give Mariah for free? See, nobody focused on that. Nobody talked about that. Mariah, how many motherfucking free garments did you roll through Atlanta in, bitch? Of Rico's. Nobody's talking about that. And I would bet my last $100 that for every 2 dresses that Mariah has purchased off of Rico, that bitch has 5 that she didn't pay for. Okay? Rico, don't worry about it. Leave Mariah alone. Let her go. The bitch is not, and this is always the thing, those bitches are not assets. They're liabilities. You let her go, you'd be surprised how much free time you have. I found so much free time. And the thing of it was just so crazy. I just liked the person I was dealing with. And the thing is, I never needed them for anything. I'm a fucking drag queen. I don't need a motherfucker to carry a purse. I can carry that bitch myself. But that's what you do. You're just extending yourself and you're doing that kind of thing. You know what I mean? You win by letting it go. Fuck the argument. Fuck what was right. Fuck what was said. It doesn't make a difference. Just let it go, baby. You've already won because you're the motherfucker holding all the goods, Rico. You have the talent. You have the know-how. If she knew how to sew and design clothes, she'd have no reason for you, and y'all probably wouldn't even have hung out. You and Lisa Nicole don't hang out. Make better choices with your friends and who you choose to be friends with. Watch yourself. Making friends, being talented, and being gay, it's a process. Trust me. And I'm speaking from a place of know-how. I've done this for years. You have to be more selective with who you be friends with and who you extend yourself to. But all of this bullshit, Rico, let that shit go. Let it go, baby, and you've won. There's no more need for an argument. You made yourself look very ridiculous at that function. Very ridiculous. And the thing is, you put yourself in a position where now you basically disrespected that designer. You really do owe Raphael an apology, a public apology. You really do. But like I said, baby, and I'm not real. I wasn't like I told you. I'm not real big fond of a big real fond person of Rico. He's he all right, but he's gay just like I'm gay, and I owe to the gay community too. If I see something and I know something, to share it. He's not a friend of mine or anything like that, but I'm telling you, Rico, you want to win the argument, baby, just let Mariah go and don't worry about it. Because Mariah don't have anything for you. You are very relevant. You are out there. You are making money. Fuck Mariah. You just let that bitch go and you go on. She stood right up there and read your fucking work. Because that's the other thing. All of a sudden now your work ain't good enough. It was good enough before, though. All you have to do, Rico, is just shut up and you've already won. And on that, I'm going to get down off of my soapbox, you guys. And definitely, I don't know everything. If there's anybody who does not agree with me, feel free to leave comments. I love to know what you guys are thinking. You know that. Definitely thank you again for clicking on the video. You can thumbs up or you can thumbs down. Um, you know how we do, guys. Thank you so much for following me. I love you guys. Let's go. This is the end of this. There's going to be some more things because that whole thing with Rico broke out. Rico was done. Then here comes Quad. Quad and Mariah are actually in the process of going at it, and they've cut the episode there, so it'll pick up next week. And I'm really sick of this cliffhanger shit like every week. But okay, that's it. That's all I had to say about season 2, episode 7 of Married to Medicine. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following. I will see you guys real soon. Bye bye.